asked him, meaning I, Hussein, asked Ali radiallahu anhu an makhrajihi, about his makhraj. What's kharaja mean? Dakhala means to enter and kharaja means to leave. So makhraj means how the Prophet ﷺ outside the house. We know inside the house you should divide his time into three. He should divide his own time for his community. We did last week. Now he asked Ali about his makhrajihi. كيف يصنع فيه, what did he do in his makhraj, what did he do outside. Really, like each one of these things are statements that we should actually aspire to be like. Ali radiallahu anhu says, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يخزن لسانه إلا فيما يعنيه. That the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to guard his tongue except with that matters which concerned him. He used to restrain his tongue and speak only about that matters which concerned him, and he used to keep his tongue from speaking about that which do not concern him. Easy or difficult? Just think about it. Every conversation you have. You're speaking about this one, that one, this one. Does it actually concern you? Like, is it your business? So the Prophet's sunnah is he doesn't speak about things which are not his business. So if someone asks you a question about what do you think about this person, it's not my business. You don't have to respond to anything. In fact, there's a hadith, and someone must say, if I remember correctly, that this hadith is a quarter of the من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعنيه. It is the beauty of a person's Islam that he leaves off that which does not concern him, or she leaves off that which does not concern her. So this is the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. He used to practice this. He wouldn't speak about things that weren't his business. If we can do this one thing, it will make a big difference. If we can do this one thing, that will make a big difference. So it's a lesson for us. And I mean, the Sahaba and Bakr, Abu Bakr used to have a pebble in his mouth sometimes. He used to have a pebble in his mouth, so that if he wants to speak, he must take the pebble out first. So this gives him time to first think. Must I say something or not? So he must just take the pebble out and then, okay, now, I can't speak now, I must just think. Because we don't often have that barrier between our mind and our words. Our tongue is autopilot. It's not autopilot. And it's a very harmful thing. The same Shafi rahimahullah used to have a ring, and on his ring used to be Jirmuhu Saghir wa Jirmuhu Kabir. Jirmuhu Saghir, its size is small and its sin is large. Referring to the tongue. That people will enter the hellfire only because of the tongue. Only because of the tongue. And one of the scary hadith of the Prophet says that sometimes you will mention something, a person won't even give it thought, but that person will descend into the pits of hellfire. I think it was 40 or 70 years he will fall just for that statement. And they didn't even give that statement any weight. They didn't even think they were saying anything bad. So I know we live in a culture which is different. What's our culture now? You just say it. You speak it, and also obviously speak for your truth and be authentic, and all these labels. But you actually speak about something that doesn't actually concern you. It doesn't concern you. And generally speaking, other people's private lives are concerned. Unless there's some good social good, you're protecting the community, that's different. I agree with that. But I'm saying other people's private lives, which is their own private business, doesn't concern you. It's not your business. And we should actually speak about it. And from the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So inshallah we should be aware of our speech. Believing someone who is very, very aware of their tongue and aware of their speech, and they don't even become a passive participant. They don't even listen to speech that doesn't concern them. They say, no, let's not speak about that, that's not really our business. And also just be careful, there's obviously triggers. What are some of the triggers? Someone asks you like, how is this person doing? But what they actually want is they want the latest news. Because they know that that is like a weird person. Like, how's this person doing? What did you hear from this one lately? You know, these are all triggers that people like not innocently, they're knowingly used to get you also into the conversation. So really one of the best things you can know is that I don't really need to know. The second thing also is that sometimes when you especially when you have your own insight, private news, your nafs almost wants to push you to say it. Because you want to be the breaking news. You know, I don't know, what's the nafs the same thing, eh? Like if you know something, almost like, you want to say it because you want to be, you want to be the inside info. Right? I don't know why, that's like it's a weird stage, same beings, I have the inside scoop, let me tell you this. I don't know, that's all the nafs. The nafs should be aware that Allah is watching the nafs all the time. And Allah is watching the tongue all the time. And the words are being recorded all the time. This is the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَيُؤَلِّفُهُمْ وَلَا يُنَفِّرُهُم. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to يُؤَلِّفُهُم. أَلِّفَ means Ufa. Ufa means to bring people's hearts together. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to, when he used to speak in public, he used to bring people's hearts together. وَلَا يُنَفِّرُهُمْ. And he didn't make people like run away, and he didn't deter people. He didn't make people free. So the Prophet Sunnah is that he speaks in a beautiful manner to bring people's hearts together. وَيُكْرِمُ. And he used to, what does the meaning of karuma mean again? Yeah, karuma yakrumu means to general also means to yukrimu. And he used to give honor to who? Karima kulli qawmin. He used to give honor to the karim, to the honored people of every people. Meaning what? In every social setup, you have people who are senior, and people who are leaders, and people who are honored. You go to a family, you have a grandfather, you have a father, you have a grandmother, that person is honored in the family. When you go to a community, you have an imam, you have a community leader, that person is honored in the family, in the community. So the Prophet Sunnah is when it comes to people, you used to respect their positions of authority. You used to respect the tribal leaders, you used to respect the heads of the villages and so on. You used to give honor to people of honor, people who have this. ويحذر الناس ويحترس منهم من غير أن يطوي عن أحد منهم بشره وخلقه. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also used to warn people, used to caution people. There's the ويحترس منهم من غير أن يطوي عن أحد. Well, what I'm saying from this way is that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in his nature, he also used to be reserved in his nature without withholding his pleasantness. So the Prophet in public, he is like reserved, he's like to himself. The moments when he's quiet is more than the moments that he speaks. But he wasn't someone who was like somber and like, like straight faced. He always used to show his pleasantness. In fact, in the hadith, the Sahaba said, just imagine the Sahaba said that they never saw anyone smile more than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, like I've said, what we're doing is we're building a public persona of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's in public. He doesn't engage in affairs which don't concern him. He brings people's hearts together. He doesn't make people free. He does caution people when things are wrong, but he also keeps himself reserved. But he doesn't hold back his pleasantness and his happiness. وَيَتَفَقَّدُ أَصْحَابَهُ. And he used to يَتَفَقَّدُ, it means he used to, when a Sahabi is missing for a while, he used to ask where's this one, how's one doing? He used to be concerned about this individual Sahaba. ask him about how the other person is doing, or when I haven't seen this one in a long time. This was it was a personal relationship he had. وَيَسْأَلُ النَّاسَ عَمَّا فِي النَّاسِ, and he used to ask people about people. He used to ask people about how other people are doing. How's your family doing? How's your brother doing? Out of concern. وَيُحَسِّنُ الْحُسْنَ وَيُقَوِّيهِ, and he used to yuhassin, he used to like encourage, and he used to motivate that which was good. وَيُقَوِّيهِ, and he would strengthen it. So if he sees something good, he would encourage it, and he would praise it, and he would encourage a person to do more of it. وَيُقَبِّحُ الْقَبِيحَ يُوَهِّيهِ, and he used to, that which was ugly and disliked, he used to say that's not a good thing to do, and he used to weaken it. So he deemed that which is good, good, and he deemed that which is evil and bad, bad. And I think one of the challenges we have now is the lines of right and wrong are becoming blurred. But like you wouldn't have a compass anymore, because like anything goes, to each one his own. But Muslims have a compass. Our compass is the revelation of Allah. Our compass is what? The revelation of Allah. And we don't judge people, we just say that action is not something which is in accordance with the guidance of Allah. And we should teach our children that as well. Without being judgmental, looking down, we also have to understand that there is a criteria for right and wrong, and that criteria is divinely revealed. And that's always going to be our position as Muslims. Because once you remove that, then what you have nothing. مُعْتَدِلُ الْأَمْرِ غَيْرُ مُخْتَلِفٍ. He was mu'tadil. The Prophet was always balanced and even and fair in his nature. He was not mukhtalifin. He never used to deviate from it. Just think about our own selves. Our response to people is often driven about how we feel in the moment. Your response to your husband or to your wife or to your children, it's very different when you have a stressful day, when you have a stressful day. The Prophet wasn't like that. He was always the same. Always balanced. Always even. Not mukhtalif, not going up and down, up and down, up and down. It was just consistent. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I'll just come to you right, and I'll just come to one line into this inshallah. لا يقصر عن الحق ولا يجاوزه. That is important, much bigger wrong about that. The Prophet ﷺ, he never used to fall short of what was right and required and the truth, and nor did he go beyond what was required. And it's like another long topic. Let's just pause just for a moment and say that the guidance from Allah has come down. The guidance is the guidance. Yes, there is a difference between scholars, and that's fine. But that is the guidance. It's not necessarily good to be more strict than the guidance. You understand? It's not good to be like less than Allah has prescribed, or to be more. Because sometimes you also have, sometimes people who are, over eager or overly conservative, or they almost go like the law is here, but we must do more. Now, if this is the guidance is here. It's there for a reason. You don't have to go more or less. You just stay within the guidance. Because we've seen basically from our own experience that once you start going off and beyond, when you go below is the problem, and you go beyond is the problem. You become overly lax is the problem, and you become overly conservative. It's a problem. So where is the guide? The guide is within the Sharia. What does the Sharia say? Because we basically have to what Allah says, not to what I think is best says. So I think it's a long topic, but it's an important topic in our community. That's why also we call Mizan Institute. Because Mizan just means balance. And we try to find that this is the balance of Islam. You don't have to go here, you just stay here. Because this is where it's at. Because once you go off to extremes, you cause more harm than good. This is the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. لا يقصر عن الحق وَلَا يُجَاوِزُهُ. Now, inshallah we'll continue in the next lesson. But all of these points about the description of the Prophet are aspirational statements. So if we can go home inshallah and just maybe one or two things we can think about. Our tongues, number one. And just also that visual, that pleasantness of being a pleasant person. Even if you are feeling moody inside, try to be a bit pleasant outside. Some people they're really moody and the whole world can see they're moody. And everyone must know they're moody. And something is wrong. And you must have kid gloves. The Prophet on the Sunnah is visual, is a smile. He has the world of the Ummah's problems on his heart, but he has a smile for you. How are you doing? I haven't seen this one for a long time. Where is this one? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He's like, this is another Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. May Allah give us this life inshallah. I will continue next week. Barakallahu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.